Hello, my name is Rich White, and I am with the KansasTeachingJobs.com support team. I want to go through a few little tips and tricks for our resume and cover letter section on the website. I know a few of us have had a few problems with getting our resumes and cover letters to look exactly like we want, so I want to give us a few tips for getting exactly the layout that we want inside of the cover letters and resumes. So I'm on the website. I'm logged in, so I'm going to go to resumes first. Now this should look familiar if any of you have done a resume. It'll look like this. Obviously we have all of our other options along the right hand side after we log in. I'm on resumes, and you see this is kind of the little utility that we have. We can either paste in text, which sometimes doesn't quite work and look exactly like we want it to. For the most part, probably 90% of the time, this is going to work and do exactly what we want. I'll go ahead and open up one of my resumes. You see, after I've created a resume, I can either delete or view it. So I'm going to go ahead and view it. This is one of my resumes here, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to a resume and show you what we might do if we want something that looks exactly like a document that we already have. And I'm going to use Google Docs. So if you don't have Google Docs, it's very easy to get an account. It's free. You go to www.google.com, sign up for an account. There'll be a section there to get an account. And then after you've done that, you go to docs.google.com. You've got a location to upload and store all of your documents. It's a great utility, a great service. It's a free service, and it's really cool. You'll notice I've created a test resume here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to view this resume. There's nothing in it, but you see this is the Google Docs utility. So if I would have had a Word document out there in the world, or a PDF document out there in the world, I could upload it. You'll notice I have this upload tool. I can click that and upload it directly from something I may already have. So let's just, for the sake of saying, I have a test resume here. Now what I'll want to do to get this into the Kansas Teaching Jobs resume piece, I'll want to go to Share, and then I'll want to go to Change. And you can do one of a bunch of things. What I would do is anyone with a link, and then we're only going to share the link with our Kansas Teaching Jobs website. So then I would go here, and I would just copy that link, and say done. Now after I've done that, I can go ahead and close this little Google Doc piece. I could probably close that too. So I would go back here and I would call this my Google Doc resume. You can call it whatever you want. But then we'll go right in here. Okay, so now back here in my resume section, I want to go ahead and type this in again here. And then what I want to do is create a link to my Google Doc resume, and I can, type whatever I want up here, some basic information or whatever. And then I'll highlight the text that I want to make the link out of. I could bold it too if I wanted. And then we'll click right here where they have this earth, see where it says link. You'll get this pop up. You can go ahead and paste the link in. If you want this to open in a separate window, you can say pop-up window, a new window. So you can decide kind of how you want it to show up. So I'll have it show up in a pop-up window. And then you can adjust the features. Another thing you can do is just say, well, just a new window. Then you won't have all those other options if you don't want them. So I'll say another window and I'll press OK. So now you see, now I have a link here. Let's go ahead and save it. So now when my resume shows up as an employer, and when I connect that resume, they will see something basically that looks like what I just created, and they'll be able to click it and open your resume. So, and that's the same process for cover letters. It's the same process, the same routine. So, for those that want your resume to look exactly like you have it, you've uploaded a file into Google Docs, you can link straight to it. That's really a really cool, simple, fast way to get a document that looks exactly like you want it. For that, 5 to 10% of the time that you just don't get it exactly like you want it through this tool, that's a nice way to get it to the employer in a fashion and format exactly like you want it. Now, one thing when you have a file outside of the system is that the contents within the system doesn't become searchable by employers. So that's kind of a trade-off. You get it to look exactly like you want it to, but you don't have the ability for it to be searched in detail from the employers. So that's a quick little tip. If you decide to use it, I hope you find it useful.